Now, I'm about to say a few words about crawl space encapsulation, and before I do, I want to get a baseline of the temperature and the relative humidity. So it's about 9 o'clock in the morning, and it's early fall, so it's down maybe low 40s during the night, and probably top 70, 75 during the day. And this little meter is up against the wall just so the automatic focus will work. So at this time of day and year, it's about 70 degrees Fahrenheit and 56% relative humidity. And now we will see a partial encapsulation. And now I'm in the crawl space. It's a relatively small crawl space because it's a cottage. And that's the heat and air unit. That's a dehumidifier. Both excellent units. The white fabric is tough. It's clean. The installation of the plastic is first rate, right up against the wall. All the seams are sealed. And I would call this a partial encapsulation because if it were a complete encapsulation, the ceiling would be sealed as well. And you can imagine the difficulty of trying to make a complete seal with the utilities in here now. You just couldn't do it. So, and this encapsulation was done before the hot water heater and the air handlers were put in here. So, once again, I'm going to put this up against something, some background, so the automatic focus will work. And if I read that, it's 83 Fahrenheit and 87% humidity in the crawl space. So if the purpose is to control the humidity in here, you're not reaching the desired goal. Now part of that is due to the fact that there's a penetration right there. There's a decent sized access panel right there that goes into the, like an apartment. So once again, it's not a complete encapsulation, but that gives you an idea of what an encapsulation looks like, and an explanation of why people normally consider encapsulation. Now, even if this were a complete encapsulation, I'm going to ask you if a skunk walked by the house outside, whether upwind or downwind, it doesn't make any difference. We just say walked anywhere outside close. Do you think you would not be able to smell that skunk in here? If a skunk walked by the house outside, no matter how complete the encapsulation, you would smell it in this crawl space. And that gives you some indication of how difficult it is to really get an airtight seal down here. If you were to get an airtight seal, then you'd have issues with stale air. So I don't know where this little clip will go, but this might give you some starting point if you're considering an encapsulation. And like I said, this is a relatively small crawl space, and you can tell the contours of the ground are fairly uniform. Over 95% of the houses, crawl spaces I've been in, would not come close to having the ease of installation that this did. There'd be piers, there'd already be utilities down there, there might be footer trenches, there's any number of things. So, like I said, this gives you a starting point, and we'll just see if we can't amplify it just a little bit in a later clip. You may have